Hi, I'm Randy Dean, the totally obsessed time management guy and email sanity expert, and author of the recent email bestseller on Amazon.com, Taming the Email Beast. Today I'd like to share with you an interesting little tidbit that I learned almost 20 years ago, which is basically called tracking your waiting ons, which are the things that people owe you. And I wanted to show you how Microsoft Outlook is extremely well suited for doing just that, tracking those things that are owed to you by other people. Because obviously, when you get that kind of information late, those documents, those spreadsheets, those reports, those deliveries, when you don't get those on time, they tend to put you into crisis and urgency mode. And so, one of the very best things that you can do is simply track who owes you what, track when they owe them to you, and track also when you might need to follow up with them so that you get your stuff on time. So let's pop out right now into my Microsoft Outlook task list. And what I'd like to do is actually go into this task right here. Notice this is one that I'm trying to delegate out as a waiting on task for my wife Jana, which is our dog that needs a bath, our dog Izzy. So let me pull up this task. And as you can see with this task, the task itself is that the dog needs a bath, and I was hoping to delegate this wonderful little task to my wife Jana. Now, notice here what I've got the way this set up is that I'm hoping that my wife can actually do this task sometime this weekend. And so I've set this up so that I've got it dog needs a bath, Jana 11:25. Now, what I've done here is by setting this up and using the waiting category, which is a standard category in the category drop-down list, I'm in essence marking this as something that I'm waiting on from other people. And as you can see, this is one of the ones that's sort of a standard in your Outlook category list. I've also marked the status as waiting on someone else, so that way I know that this is one where I'm waiting on somebody else to do this. And what I've done is I've got Jana down 11:25, so that's the date I'm hoping that my wife can actually give the dog a bath. This date right here, 11:23, is the date that I actually have left this note to myself to remind her or bug her so that she can actually meet the 11:25 due date timeline that we're looking at. So if I was absolutely crazy, I'd pick up the phone right now, give my wife Jana a call, and ask her about whether she'll be able to give that dog a bath later this week or not. Now, usually I know who's going to be the one that ends up giving the dog a bath, but by setting it up this way, I'm giving myself the capability to make sure this happens on time. And if I really want to make sure that I don't forget about this, I can even turn on the reminder function and basically set a time when I need to go ahead and make this happen so that I can make that phone call to remind my wife about giving that dog a bath. Now, this is all well and good, but now if I want to take it even one step further, I can come up here and utilize the Assign Task tool. And when I do this, you'll notice that it actually pops up a nice little to field. It's just turned this task into an email. So let me type in here, Dean Jana, there we go, I got her email. And now if I was totally and completely crazy, I could pop in and hit send and effectively send that to her as an email. Now, obviously I wouldn't want to do that because I don't know how well she would take the point of me sending her an email that all it says is dog needs a bath, Jana 11:25. I think I know who might be sleeping with the dog that night. Now, if I wanted to soften this little message a little bit, I could do it like this. I could write a little something like, "Hey, hon, that dog is getting stinky. Any chance you can give a bath? Me." Now see, by doing this, I've actually softened the message a little bit, but I'm still not going to hit the send button and send that off to my wife. So in essence, what this assign task capability does, which is really handy, is that if they are also an Outlook user, they will receive this as an email in their Outlook. But when they open up the email, it'll show them what the task is, give them the additional information that I may have put down here, and then give them two options, a button that says accept, a button that says decline. And now my wife, if she wants to accept that task, she can hit accept just plainly. It'll pop back into her task list, giving her a task reminder. It'll also give me a bounce back, letting me know that she did accept it and that it's now a delegated task to her attention. She could also go in and actually change the due date before hitting accept to let me know that she's going to do it, but she's going to do it on a slightly different timeline. Or she could hit decline, which would basically thus not populate her task list and give me a bounce back, letting me know that the task was declined. So as you can see, what I would recommend that you do is for every task that every single task that you're or deliverable or item that you're waiting on from somebody else, populate it into a task on your task list in your Outlook. Put down what it is that somebody owes you and who it is that owes it to you and the date that they owe it. And I like putting those on the subject line so that I can use the due date line as the date that I need to make that little reminder call, that little stop by, that little phone call in order to get that information on time. And if it's somebody that may miss a deadline, I'll make that call a day or two early. So this is basically the way that I recommend that you utilize the capabilities in your Outlook task list. Wanted to say thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. You can learn a little bit more about me and my programs at my two websites, randalldean.com and emailsanityexpert.com. And if you're interested, you can also pop out onto amazon.com to learn about my email bestseller, or visit our special website, tamingemailbook.com, where you can not only find out more information about my book, but get yourself the opportunity to take advantage of a number of special bonuses provided by a number of other thought leaders. Thanks again for your time. Have a great day.